at a time where we're trying to take a step back from those borders. And that includes the historic diaspora. Being a part of this conversation means that even our colleagues in reparatory justice, they recognize the dialogue around reparations as one that began in the historic diaspora. We've been fighting to restore our dignity and our humanity with the reclamation of our languages and our cultural artifacts. But when we look at this conversation, it's about the acknowledgement from the colonial powers. And so it sounds as if they know what they've done and they don't want to take time to fully acknowledge that. We can't allow them to rush us to the finish line. Mm-hmm. We're still processing what healing looks like collectively. And so when we say that Niger needs to take a step back from negotiations with France, it's not only because Burkina Faso and Mali need to be at the table. It's not only because the entire African Union in this historic decade of reparations need to be at that table, but even the historic diaspora, where the conversations around reparatory justice began, need to be at that table. You can't have any conversation about us without us. And when I say us, I'm talking about all of us, because now we're going to operate in our reparative future as a collective global African family. We're ready.
Indeed, a collective global African family. And your analysis brings us to this question, which has been on the table with you, Nyaka, Dr. Nyaka. I would love that you throw more light on it. You know, when we talk about reparations, there have been mixed feelings across across the African continent. We have some pundits of the viewpoint of that it is needless for Africans to continue, or probably African leaders continue to lay blames on former colonial powers. So I would love that you use this platform to educate the entire African continent, the intellectual, civil society, and even the political stakeholders, why it is important, like Kim noted, that the past actually lives with us, why it is important to understand the stakes of the colonial era and the ramifications which will still have in present the Africa. How do you think this global call for reparation ties into the broader themes of having a new Africa that is identical, one and indivisible, to work fully towards the implementation of its flagship Agenda 2063? Dr. Nyaka, you're muted.
Yeah, sorry. I say I will do my part, and then I know that Kim and Kike and the other guests can also give some insightful contribution.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we hear sometimes when we talk about reparations, of course we heard many people who say that they're not in favor of reparation.